Hello guys, welcome to Traders Therapy session. Please make sure that you watch the previous videos because this is just a continuation of gold analysis series. There are two previous videos where we started with this analysis. Okay, I will try to keep this video short because the first one, I believe that was the longest of all these videos. Then the second one was half that video, and this one I hope to keep it maybe under 15 minutes. Okay, but please make sure that you watch the previous videos so that you can get an idea of where we are, because this is just a continuation from where we are. Remember, we are analyzing gold on weekly basis to see what we expect, meant to say, to check our weekly expectation, I can say that. So the first one, we were at this point where we spotted the break and retest of this trend line. Please make sure that you watch the first video as this was explained fully there. Then where are we at this point? Then we have a new bullish candle that broke above these candles. So let's just go to daily and see what we have. Okay, just to make a quick note about this, what we might expect based off this, because price created a new high based off the candle, then the price might continue as predicted before to this level, or maybe higher than it, or higher than this level, or the price might come back and retest this level, give us a second test. Then only the lower time frame will tell us what will the price do. Then let's go to the lower time frame than this. This is a weekly time frame. Then let's go to a daily time frame and see what we have there. Come on. Okay, based off daily, I remember this one I changed it on Friday because remember, okay, before, maybe just to get others on track who are lost, this leg is just a pullback. What pullback is this? A pullback. Then the new this area right here is that retest, and this is where we are. At this point, we have a little bit of an uptrend or a little bit of a leg pushing up right here. This is where we are. Then what is it that we are expecting? Based off weekly time frame, we expect the price just to go, maybe give us a test to this resistance level right here. So where are we at this point? On Friday, the Thursday candle broke above. By the way, didn't manage to break below, but closed as a bearish candle. Then it created a resistance based off daily. So we had this resistance. So our analysis on Friday, we expected price. You will see when we go to the lower time frame. This is the reason why we drew the resistance level right here. We expected the price to break through this, to break above, then to give us a new uptrend. And we hope that the price was going to break this. But anyway, we have a bullish candle. This is promising that the price will go up. This is all we have based off daily. Then with this, okay, let's remove this analysis right here and try to get something that will give us an idea. So I can say that we have this level, this area right here, the area of reference. We have a resistance, we have a fake out here, then we have a support, breakout, retest, a support. Then this area is acting as a resistance at this point because you can see the fake outs here. So what we want to see tomorrow, we want to see price, because we have a test again here. We want to see price opening and closing above this area but we are going to trade that reaction. So on Tuesday, to have a hope that the price is still continuing up, we want to see tomorrow's candle, Monday's candle, breaking and closing above this area. This is what we have. Or if we can have a consolidation or a retest, where can we expect that retest to end? That retest can end at this area because we have a new support right here. Or maybe at this point, might react at this point and go above. I'm talking about maybe a week to retest here. Remember, we're trying to keep this thing as short as possible. Then where do we expect the new candle to go? It might close based off this reaction, based off this week right here, or we have a newfound resistance right here. So we expect, if there's a volume tomorrow, we expect the price just to close maybe at this area or to test this resistance right here. Then this is what we have based off daily. Please, and please, we are following price and see how we break price from weekly. From weekly, we are taking this retest. We are aware that the price might come to this point, but we are only taking this area right here and coming to a daily. Also on a daily, this broke structure right here because this was a downtrend. This was a downtrend, then pulled back. However you can call this, or maybe this was straight downtrend or pull back, but it broke this area right here. So it's a break of structure. Then, based off daily, we are having only this area. We expect price to break above this area, or maybe to have a bearish candle that can break below. That way, we might say that the price might pull back to this level. At that point, we'll see what the price gives us tomorrow. But let's take this information right here to H4 and see what the price has for us. Going to H4, we had analysis. Okay. Oh, by the way, on Friday, we were waiting for price to break consolidation because what happened? Price moved up and found a consolidation area around this place, around this area right here, broke above, came back, consolidated. Then we were waiting and we were confident enough that the price will break this area because we didn't want to sell. Why didn't we look for sales? Because looking for sales is like we don't have much the probability won't be on our side because look at the price. This way we're going to be stopped, we're going to be stopped here, we're going to be stopped, we might have been stopped here, we might have been stopped there. So our good chance, our safest trade was buys and breaking above this area and closing. This is what the price did. And by the way, Friday we had no trade because I believe this happened during London close. I think by then our trading session was over. Then we were no longer looking at the charts by then because all this when these candles were happening, we were waiting for price to break and close above. Unfortunately, price broke during London close, I think. Then, as you can see here, we're waiting for candles to close above and give us a signal to buy. This is what we're waiting for. Sells? No. Only buys here. Oh, what did I do here? Then based off, let's have new analysis. Based off H4, we haven't yet broke the consolidation because we had this minor consolidation area, but volume came in, then it created a new consolidation area. As you can see, from this area to that area, we are still under consolidation, but we can trade this because the area of concern was this area right here. So what is it that we have based off? We can see that the bears are losing momentum. As you can see, price is busy printing the highs at this point. The bears are losing momentum and the bulls are busy printing the highs also. So we might expect the price just to come back up or to pull back to this area right here and then to just go up. So based off the ranges, what kind of a ranges do we have here? I can say that we have this area where the price might pull back, or this area. We'll look at it. We'll look at this area. If the price dips in, it means that the price went back to consolidation. We are not going to be interested when it comes here. Then let's see what is the price printing based off this. If we experience a downward move, it will be based off, we can see a head and shoulder being printed at this point, a head, a shoulder, maybe this is a second shoulder. If we see a downtrend, this might be a result to that. But we are not going to focus on price action pattern. We are going to focus on price alone. Then based off this, we have a resistance right here because price broke above and created a bearish candle that broke below. These two created a resistance right here at this point. This range can also be traded because it's clean. But when we go to lower time frame, I'm concerned about these wicks right here. I'll be happy if price breaks above. Then if price breaks above, where else can it go? We have another area right here. Come on. We have a support right here. Then if price can break, price will go above. Let's see how many pips. Just around 32 pips. This can be traded. We're around 32 pips if we can have a new candle that can break above. But if price breaks and close around this area, 4-hour candle, then we'll be more happy knowing that the price is ready to shoot. Then this is what we have based off H4. I'm not going to entertain the sells right here. Then let's go to 1 hour time frame to H1 and see what we have here. Remember, let's reflect back to this. We have a support, and we said this might be head and shoulder, even though this might be a head and shoulder, but I'm not going to entertain the sells. I will see if I can get a sells. If I have to entertain the sells, I will only see based off this clean candle if I can get a minor shorts. But otherwise, I will wait for price maybe to break below certain areas. There are so many areas that I will wait for price to break below so that I can catch. But based off this one, I'm not interested. Then let's go to H1 and see what the price have for us here. Based off H1, okay, we marked, and here's something about your analysis if you are accurate enough. We marked this area 1810 600 or 1810 400 500, and then we have another area 1813 here 700, 1813 70, and we have another one right here 1804. This is what we were looking for, price to break 1804, 1807, 1804. Let's go to H1 and see what we have as levels. We have 1807, 1807, 1804. We were looking at this area to be broken. Then the next one, oh, it's obvious. We have 1817. What was that area that we have here? 1813. Maybe 1817 is accommodating what? It's accommodating this week's right here. This last week to have an 1817 at this point. But anyway, let's go to lower time frame. This broke and gave us a retest. I wish not to make a new analysis based off this just for the sake of time. But what is it that we have at this point? Okay, let's just close this and see what we have. Remember, I talked about head and shoulder that we might experience. We have first, second shoulder, then we have a head. This is what we call a complicated head and shoulder right here. This might be another second, the last shoulder, then neckline break, then we might experience what? We might experience a retest, then a downtrend. But let's see for buyers, what is it that we have? Because the price is moving up based off weekly. We might retest this area. So going back, what is it that we have here? Okay, we have, here's the area of concern right here. We have an area of concern. I'm trying to accommodate this area. We have a test, a resistance, just a test, breakout, the breakout that we were looking for. After breakout, the second retest. And we have this kind of candle right here. This is a reversal candlestick pattern. So what is it that we are looking for at this point? Based off H1, let me just try to adjust this. If price can come, I'm aware of this area right here. I'm not gonna be faked out if I see candle closing below this. I'm aware of this area. Let me just put this to accommodate, saying that showing that I'm aware of this area right here. Even here, I might take sells, but I'm also concerned of certain areas. 1, 2, as you can see right here, then going down maybe 3. Okay, but I'll be concerned, meaning that my buyers will be for buy, not for sales here. Then where else will the price go? Remember that the price move from zone to zone. This area, why with wicks? I was just trying to accommodate this area, or we can put it here on body close. Why? Because this is a zone. It's not a single point where price will retest. This is just a zone. Then, what is it that I'm looking for? This is interesting. We have a little bit of resistance here, and this is where the price closed. If the new candle, H1 candle, can give me a wick that can break, even though the new candle doesn't break above, but it break maybe bigger than, it becomes bigger than, it has a body that is bigger than this candle right here, but I will know that it closed this. It's also a signal for me to buy. And what kind of a range do I have here? After above, I'm having like 30 pips. This is a good range to trade. 30 pips. Looking for 30 pips to, if it can even go above, beyond this, it might go, it might go 30 pips plus 40, 50 pips. So we have about 80 pips on Monday that we are going to look for. Looking for sales is going to be tricky, but simple. Keep it simple. You don't want to keep your money difficult, guys. Keep it simple. So at this point, we might look for buys if the price above this will happen. This might happen, and then that might is big. During London, during Asian session, during Asian session, we might experience that break here. So those who are trading during Asian session, we might experience this move right here. Maybe for Asian and London session, we might experience, but those who are trading New York session, they might want to trade the pullbacks or the break of this area, or this area right here. You should also know your sessions, know what will happen during your sessions. Then let's go to our entry charts right here. I will look at 30-minute candles, 30-minute chart, I mean to say, and see what I have based off 30 minutes. So if you want to be safe right here, this is what I said I will trade. 1, 2 reversal candles. Here I have an inverted hammer. Here I have something like what is this candle called? It's not a dragonfly. A dragonfly and an inverted hammer. I have these 2 candles, and they are the reversal candles, strong reversal candlestick patterns at this point. So what is it that I will do here? This is what I will do. Based off 30 minutes, I have a support 1, 2. Then I expect new candle, and this comes to the point. You remember when I marked this area right here, it was influenced by this candle right here. If the new candle breaks above this, I might even also take a trade going up. But this is how you are going to manage your trade. Remember that we are day traders, aka scalpers. for that matter, because we want to catch 10 pips. We want our trade to last at least maybe this area of concern right here, coming maybe to that area. Okay, for now, let me just focus on where the price is. So what is it that I want to see at this point? Because based off structure, we have a new, okay, we had a low and a retest, but by the way, price broke above. And this was somehow head and shoulder, that head and shoulder we were talking about. Or if this was a head and shoulder, it was violated. Then price came to retest this area and moving back up. So what is it that I want to see? I want to see a confirmation candle right at this point. It means that I will be looking at this during Asian session. And if you want to be safe, you want it to break above, but you'll still going to get this and this area, then you can catch your buys. But let's see the range. If the range from here to this area, that is 7 pips, not enough range, you can wait for price to break above to give you more confirmation, to break above these candles, to give you more confirmation that the price is moving up. And then to this resistance, you will have a 10 pips. Then if it wicks, you will have 16 pips. Then you will have your 30 pips right here. So guys, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. Please do not risk more and have a safe, nice, profitable week next week. See you on the next week analysis.